Welcome to the African Descendants Forum. Today we have in the studio Errol Brown, a multifaceted individual based right here in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. From DJing and hosting radio shows to advocating for mental health and supporting Black businesses, Errol wears many hats with a singular focus: uplifting and empowering communities. As a director of the Black Business Support Agency, Errol is a passionate advocate for amplifying voices often unheard. With a belief in the power of advocacy, resilience, and self-determination, he stands as a beacon for supporting young entrepreneurs and fosters growth opportunities. So join us as we explore Errol's inspiring journey of balancing work, family, and a commitment to making a difference in his community. Welcome, Errol. It's great to have you with us here. Let's get straight into the questions. So, you're a man who is involved in so many different things. You're a DJ, a radio show presenter, a community activist, a mental health first aider. You're an NHS procurement manager, plus many other things. But so, who is Errol Brown? Tell me in your own words, who are you?
So essentially, I was born in Huddersfield, lived in Birkby Fartown for many, many years, moved up to Deaton, was schooled at Deaton. I've worked for the NHS for approximately 37 years, 25 years within NHS procurement as a procurement category manager. So essentially, I procured goods and services on behalf of the organisation from, say, £50,000 to £6 million.
Okay.
I very much enjoy cycling, family, and I really believe that that balance between health and exercise and nutrition is very important. So yeah, I'm a very busy guy, you know, DJing, very much a community activist, and one of the directors for the Black Business Support Agency.
Okay. Well, I want to come back to the
Okay.
business, the Black Business Support Agency in a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm interested and curious about how you integrate all those different roles in supporting your own community.
Yeah, so essentially, as a radio host, what I try to do is support those individuals and businesses who are doing good things within the community. And whether it's locally, regionally, or nationally, I very much believe it's very important to empower our own. Now, as a radio DJ, I ask individuals to contact me if they would like to market and showcase their businesses, and I interview them over the air and give them that platform to let people know about themselves. In addition to that, we host the Black Business Expo. I know you told me that you're going to come back to that. But we also want to progress some focused events to support individuals, whether it's, apprenticeships, whether it's, those micro SME and businesses that want growth right across the platform, the scope of business.
Okay. Well, you've taken me there, so let's stay there. The Black Business Support Agency.
Yeah.
How long have you been going?
So we formulated it approximately 2018. We started off as 25, and I think we were originally called Fusion 25. But when an organization starts, it filters through, individuals drop out, and we have a core member of 6 directors for the BBSA Black Business Support Agency. So in 2018, we formulated, and I had a particular idea to host a Black Business Expo. Now, the BBSA at that time, we really wanted to do something that would empower young Black males. At that time, there was a lot of gun crime and knife crime and a lot of negativity around the Black youth. So as the elders, we really wanted to set a really good example in terms of what you can do if you put your mind to it. So one of the ideas that I had for over 20 years was to organize a Black Business Expo. So we kicked off in, I think it was 2019 with our pilot event, very holistic event. And it exceeded our expectations. So we are now in 2024, our 4th event, very holistic event. We requisitioned the professionals from right across the business spectrum to support those micro SMEs and businesses that want growth. So, we have fashion, hair and beauty, health and well-being, import-export counseling, psychotherapy, intellectual property, finance, procurement, marketing strategies, funding, business support, mentoring, entertainment. At this point, I just want to mention Adventure as one of our main sponsors from day one and One Community. We've worked with organizations like Lloyd's Bank and so forth who are very much also wanting to support SME businesses.
So I know you mentioned that, your initial thinking was about supporting young Black males, but of course, it's gone beyond just being males. It's for anybody.
Absolutely.
From our community, male, female,
yeah,
or otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. The actual concept of the BBSA was to do something positive for Black males, which if you think about that extended family and that family network, I'm sure that family networks would say that, we really want those young Black males to look at what they can do, which is, positive outside of, some of the negativity that's going on. But yes, it has definitely expanded. And I think from the first event in 2019 up to the present day, it's really grown and very inclusive for whether it's male, female, young, older business entrepreneurs who want to grow. It's very inclusive.
Yeah. And I know one of your drivers is innovation, it's collaboration. What value for you do you think the Black Business Expo brings to Huddersfield and the wider region?
Well, for me personally, I've always believed in advocacy, supporting and speaking up for those who are not in the room and whose voice is often not heard. With the current West Yorkshire economic strategy, I very much believe it's important for ethnic minority businesses to be part of that growth. I mean, there's been some analysis from an organization called CREM, Center for Research in Ethnic Minority Entrepreneurs, who identified that Black and Asian business contribute 25 billion to the economy when they could be contributing 100 billion to the economy. So, and some of those factors and some of that analysis identified, inequalities, discrimination, lack of trust, etc. And there are quite a few organizations that are working together as a consortium to ensure there's that fairness and there's opportunity for growth within the region, locally, nationally, etc.
I know you run the Black Expo, but as an organisation, BBSA, what are some other ways that you support young Black entrepreneurs and small businesses to, as an organisation, you say, skill up, scale up, seize growth opportunities?
Yeah. So my background, as I mentioned before, is in NHS procurement, and right throughout my 37 years within the NHS, there were so many Black and Asian entrepreneurs that would always come to me to ask me about how can I access the public sector supply chain. I find it very confusing. I don't understand frameworks. I don't understand tendering, etc. So throughout my years, I was always bringing businesses and individuals into my office to help and explain and support them. So I see there's a niche and there's a need for businesses to understand that area within the NHS public supply chain. So what I try to do is personally give them my experience, but I think there needs to be a more concentrated support mechanism for those businesses. So this is why on the 18th of September this year, myself and a consortium of businesses, I believe KLTV will be part of that as well, are looking at putting on a public sector supply chain conference, and we'll be including, framework organization, public sector procurement teams will be there to give more information and better understanding of how this public sector supply chain works and how to access frameworks, etc.
So from your experience then, I'm getting from what you're saying that there's a real appetite within our community from individuals who want to get into business, who want to become entrepreneurs, who want to give back to their own community. So there's an appetite, but there's also skill, there's desire. Can you?
Yeah, I think what happens sometimes, just as an example, you'll have a person who may be a seamstress or a baker. Now, they're very skilled at what they do, but in terms of understanding the elements of intellectual property or business cases or finance or the procurement element side of things, they need that experience and that support. So essentially, we will work with organizations like Adventure, Be the Business, to be that conduit for businesses that want to understand more how to grow their business and some of the basic elements as well. So we essentially want to work with existing businesses and support mechanisms to enhance what is already there and look at some of the gaps and how we can be that conduit.
Okay. Now, you seem to be an extremely busy man, wearing so many different hats. But I know that the work-life balance is really important to you. Can you just expand on that and what mechanisms do you use in your own personal experience to maintain that balance?
Yes, I really believe that as an individual or any individual has to find that balance between work and life. And it's very important to look at physical and mental well-being. So for me, my mechanism is making sure my nutrition is good, exercise is good, and I find a really good balance. So I'm part of an organization called Cycle of Life.
Okay.
And we cycle on a weekly basis in and around West Yorkshire. You know, it's very much an organization that looks at all levels of fitness. We're not kind of zooming all over the place. It's very much a social ride, and we encourage, anybody that wants to come. We cycle every Sunday, starting off at Leeds Road playing fields, and we cycle to Holmfirth, to Bradford, and all kinds of places. So it's very important for me in terms of that element of exercise and the nutrition side of that as well. I'm a vegan as well, and make sure I have a very good balance in terms of my diet. We all know that we have to drink water regularly and make sure we look after ourselves and make sure we cream up and look good.
Yeah.
But everybody has to look and search for their own mechanism to make sure they find a balance between working hard and making sure that you relax. And also family is very important to me. I'm a grandpapa now, I love my kids and my grandkids and my family and so forth, and music as well. Music is my passion. And when I'm not DJing or being a radio presenter, my headphones are on and I'm relaxing, listening to some Barry Salmon, some Robert Nesta Marley, and things like that.
Well, I know you have a self-penned affirmation. Let the power of self-determination elevate you without limitation. Can you just share with the audience how this affirmation influences your resilience and focus in all the various endeavors that you're engaged in?
So quite some time ago, I was doing a lot of soul searching and understanding self, understanding my purpose, and I very much believe that positivity breeds positivity. And what is in your control, work with that. There are things that are out of our control that we can't do anything about. Now, I can myself ensure that I stay positive, and if I can feed that positivity to you, to the younger generation, or anybody that's in my circle, then I will definitely do that. So let the power of self-determination elevate you without limitation. So I put that at the footer of my email. Anything I say, I had an interview with the Voice newspaper last year, and I put that affirmation within the interview that I had when I worked for Calderdale and Huddersfield NHS. I did a blog around Windrush. I put that self-penned affirmation in there, and everybody enjoyed it. They resonated with it in whatever way they wanted to resonate with it. So I always say, let the power of self-determination elevate you without limitation. There are no limitations, So yeah, I'm always looking for affirmations to kind of inspire people and support people, There's another one that I really do like, and it's I'm just trying to catch it now. What people think about you when you've left the room is up to you when you're in that room, So I know many people that, if you went to a conference or a meeting or something like that, many people would sit at the back, and hide away. It's time now to step up front and be right there in the middle of things. And that's what, my wife keeps telling me that, start to have meetings, stop being in the background, So when I go to conferences or somebody asks me to sit on a panel, I'll be right up there at the front. I'll be networking, never underestimate the importance of networking. So yeah, I'm always throwing out these affirmations to inspire others, inspire the younger generation, inspire those who are doing good things within the community.
Excellent, excellent. Well, on that positive note, I want to give you just one more opportunity to just share about the Business Expo, when it is and where it is.
Absolutely. So, I just want everybody to just, a very inclusive event on the 21st of July, 2024 at the John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield. It's very much a holistic Black Business Expo. And, we want to support those new starts, micro businesses, and any business or entrepreneur that wants growth. We have the keynote speaker, Scarlett Douglas, who's a TV personality from A Place in the Sun, and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We have Joanna Jaju from So93, a digital company, and she was also a contestant on the TV program The Apprentice. We have young entrepreneurs, very important. We like to ensure that we have young entrepreneurs speaking at the Black Business Expo. We have the West Yorkshire 360, who have a photo booth, and they're very much expanding their empire in terms of business. And I'm very excited about West Yorkshire 360 because their journey is really exciting. We have a lady by the name of Kusava Elias, who is a senior nurse and holistic therapy business owner, Introvive. We have a young gentleman again called Lorenzo Jackson. He's going to be talking about digital. He's from a company called Digitally Organic. And we have the Deputy Mayor for Police and Crime, Alison Lowe, who will be opening the event. So 21st of July, 2024, John Smith Stadium, free admission for all delegates. If you want to exhibit, email us at bbexpo25@gmail.com or check out the website blackbusinessexpo.co.uk.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you to KLTV for letting me have this opportunity to, share my journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, unfortunately, we've come to the end of our conversation for today. And it's evident that Errol's dedication to business, entrepreneurship, community support, advocacy, and personal resilience shines through in every aspect of his work. From empowering young entrepreneurs to championing mental health awareness, he exemplifies the power of determination and compassion. We want to thank Errol for sharing his insights, his passion, and unwavering commitment to making a positive impact in his community. And we thank you, our audience, for joining us today. So stay tuned for more inspiring stories and valuable lessons on our next episode from the African Descendants Forum.